I went over to see my plant friend yesterday, and she gave me a bunch of cuttings because she's super generous. Thank you, Jess. And so I'm actually going away. So I'm like, I really want to keep these guys alive because the last time she gave me some cuttings, they kind of died. I'm gonna try to be a better plant parent. And so I decided that I'm gonna make a little terrarium. So at the bottom, I'm going to put in a reservoir. So that's what the Lechuza is for. It was so nice seeing her yesterday. We haven't seen each other or hung out in a while. We did go for walks on strolls during the pandemic, so that was nice. But outside of that, we haven't really been to each other's houses and stuff. So we could play dolls or play with our plants. Okay. So I can make it a little bit higher if you like. And then I'm just gonna put some moss inside on top to help hold the moisture. So, as always, squeeze out your moss. When you're making a terrarium, you don't want it to be super wet. And I guess loosen it up and drop it in. I'll do a little bit more. Okay, so this is the top cut, right? And usually the top cut is what is going to be the most expensive when you're buying cuttings. Because there's already a grow point and you're almost guaranteed that it will grow. So that's why it costs more. That is the most expensive cut. And then I think if it's, there's a plane! If you're buying just like nodes, literally with no leaves, those are the cheapest. But I think like, you know, knowing how long ago it was cut is also important. Okay, so since these don't have any leaves, I'm just gonna cut them down to 1 node cuttings and see if I can get baby ones. And this, we didn't actually say the name of this plant, did we? Right. So this is the Monstera stanleyana. Yeah, so I didn't have it. This is the variegated version. It was never really on my bucket list. I don't know, it was going for a lot of money and I'm like, I don't need this. So, but here we are. She gave me some, so thank you very much. Propagating some of those. And this Hoya, I actually had it and killed it before, but I don't remember the name of it. The leaves are kind of waxy and it's a hybrid, I know that. So how would I cut this? So this is the tip. This leaf is gonna go, I believe. It's very floppy already. So we're just gonna snip that. And I think I'm just gonna cut it right underneath it. And see what happens to this strand. Maybe nothing will happen. Is it gonna fit in here? I hope so. How should I prepare this one? I'm gonna cut this down to, this has 2 nodes at the bottom, so I'm gonna do this. That's a 1 node cutting. 1 node cuttings are risky, but this has 2 leaves. I almost want to cut off this other leaf because it doesn't need it. And we're gonna go like that. Yep, that's it. I did clean my scissors with alcohol. Very important step that I am very lazy about sometimes. You live and learn, live and learn, okay. And then lastly, she gave me some Hoya not DS70. I don't actually know what they're called. I don't care. They're fuzzy, they're cute. I had some and I believe I killed them. That's correct. What happened basically was I moved a lot of my Hoyas because of the plant wall project. I put all the smaller Hoyas on top of the fish tank, but then the fish tank started leaking, so I had to take the fish tank out. I had to empty it. So I had temporarily put the Hoyas aside. And yeah, they were perishing. Okay. So there's 2 strands, there's about 6 nodes on each. I'm just gonna do 3 nodes because these are smaller plants, I guess I would say. So I feel like plants like the Monstera versus plants like skinny Hoyas, more nodes is a stronger plant. Has been my experience. But that's not to say you can't propagate something using one node Hoyas. They're just more challenging to keep alive. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm putting them right side up. I've talked about this in my other video, but you just look at the way the leaves grow. The node. I'm just making sure that some node is covered, because sometimes it gets too dry in there and they're not happy. So, and you don't want any moss to be like covering the leaves, because that could cause it to rot. The reason why I put the leca balls in there is so that I can keep a little reservoir. So I'm just gonna pour that in. And you can see very clearly, you know, where the line is. I don't go over the moss, I just go up to where the leca balls are. And then, sandwich bag. And you seal it with the rubber band. I like to make it pretty, so I'll be trimming the edge, but you know, you can do whatever you want. You can use plastic wrap, doesn't really matter. But this will seal it, or not. See you guys in the next one. Thanks, Jess. Love you. She's that sugar mama. Who's your sugar mama? Plant daddy? Who's your plant mommy? That doesn't sound right. Plant daddy. This is, yeah, play word. Plant mama. Thank you, plant mama.